Okay guys, so I'm gonna make a pot hook tonight. I'm making some soup, and rather than using my little stove ring, I'm gonna hang it from a pot hook. So this long piece is going to be kind of the support for the hook, and then this piece here, see if we can get that in frame. Sorry. This piece here, I'm gonna cut the bottom of it. This is going to be where my pot actually hangs from, and then on this here is where I'm going to put my notches. So I'm going to get started with this, and I'll show you a little bit of the progression, and then once I actually end up hanging the pot. Okay guys, so I took the long piece, and at the end of it I trimmed it so it's pretty thin, and you'll see that that's going to fit in my notch later. And then I took the piece that is going to have my hook on it, and I've trimmed it down so there's no longer the bottom. And now the whole piece is about a foot long. So I'm going to clean this up and start making my notches. Okay guys, so I've taken off all the bark, or most of the bark from the hook part, my pot hook, and then what I've started doing is creating my notches. And the way that I do this, at least, is I create like a little V here, and then shave up to where that V is. So just continue to take out the wood here. Breaking it out. Hopefully you can see this here. What it starts to do is create a spot where you'll be able to seat the hook part onto your support stick. So I'll continue to notch these out, and I will come back to you when I'm ready to actually put the pot over the fire. Okay guys, so here's a close-up of my notches. You can see how I continued sort of X/V shape, and then chunked out the inside. I made 2 notches so that I have some adjustment to my height. Let me just pick up the camera here, and you can see here's our stick. I got it leaned up against a couple of rocks, and then it goes up over the fire. Down at the base there was a bit of a pointed edge to where I broke the branch off originally, and that's just kind of jammed into the ground. And then up here we've got our flattened off portion, and then what I can go and do now is take where I made my wedge and balance that in, and you can see here that we've got our hook, and we can put that right over the fire, and if we got our pot too close to the heat, we can step it up using the notch that I made below. So this is really, pretty quick, easy, enjoyable way to pass the time. So now I've got everything that I need, and in a bit when I feel like making my soup, I will just toss my pot on the hook. Check back in a minute. What I also wanted to mention is that I carved those notches with my Blind Horse Knives patch knife. I think I've only shown this in maybe one other video, but it is just a small secondary knife that I carry in addition to my BK2. And the knife that I put into that roll is sort of on rotation between a few things that I have. But today I decided to bring out this one, just a pretty small knife, handle large enough to fit my whole hand. Scandi ground micarta handles. It's a great little knife, so that's what I used to carve my pot hook. Okay guys, so we've got our pot hook all set up with our pot from the mess kit that I use on their hook, and we've filled it with, I think I've got like veggie lentil soup or something like that tonight. So you can see how our notches work out, hopefully. Just make sure that everything's in frame there. Yep, so you can see that I've got the support pole into the top notch, and it's doing a great job of holding everything up. And like I said before, this is one of those things that you've seen me cook over the fire in the past, and without using the pot hook, you can do it just as easily, but sometimes it's just fun to come up with a task to do while you're sitting by the fire. So carving this pot hook today was a lot of fun, something to do. So maybe I'll check back with some other things as I go along, but thanks for watching so far. Alright guys, I'm going to just finish up this video. I ate the rest of my soup. It was really good. And I've got my kettle on the boil. You can see I'm utilizing the other notch because my fire's built up quite a bit more than when I had the soup on. And once I heat up some water, I'm going to enjoy some hot chocolate. So I think I'll probably sign off here, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.